For all intents and purposes, most people tend to think that Speed Duels is a dead format, and honestly, I can't blame them. For the most part, Konami's never really shown all that much love to Speed Duels, and it kinda just neglected it for a very long time. However, I want to go ahead and change that. I want to go ahead and present a brand new way to enjoy Speed Duels by presenting the brand new Speed Duels Progression Series. Taking inspiration from Zemo's iconic Progression Series, every week me and my good friend Big Bear 2000 will open up 36 packs of my very own custom-made Speed Duel packs to try and power up our decks. At the end of each episode, me and him will have a best of 3 match to decide the winner of each episode. I hope you're excited because this is the Speed Duels Progression Series. Okay, so last episode was a bit rough, I will admit. Long story short, Bear absolutely obliterated me and completely cooked me during those last 2 duels. Yeah, it was not even close. So today we need to try and figure out what exactly we're gonna do in order to retaliate and try to even the score. Currently right now, me and Bear are tied with who has the most victories in this series. We're both tied at 1-1. And you know what? In this episode, let's see if we can't go ahead and put that in our favor once again. And I feel like there's going to be a good amount of stuff that we could potentially pick up in today's episode in order to help us out with that. And I'm fairly sure that today's set, that being Scars of the Kingdom, should help us out with that goal in mind. So essentially, Scars of the Kingdom is a combination of both Scars of Battle and Trials of Kingdom, which were the last 2 booster sets ever released in Konami's release for Speed Duels. And I believe that this set should be fairly interesting just because there's one strategy in particular that I am kind of fiending for in today's episode. With that being said, why don't we just go ahead and segue onto yugioh Pro Deck to check out what exactly this set contains in today's episode. Alright then, so here we have Scars of the Kingdom, and let's take a quick peek at it. As I mentioned, this is going to be a combination of Scars of Battle and Trials of the Kingdom, and this set's really interesting for a few reasons. In this set, we had quite a bit available to us. As you can see, one of the important cards here is both Vampire Lord and Parasite Paranoid. Vampire Lord just being a really decent boss monster for any zombie adjacent strategy, just because of the longevity that it has throughout a duel, and it's honestly kind of difficult to out him if you don't have a deck that runs a lot of big monsters. As for Parasite Paranoid, well, this card, well, it's pretty annoying, especially with any strategies that focuses in on bringing out large insect monsters like Perfectly Great Moth and or like Insect Queen, stuff like that. As for the prevalence that these 2 cards are going to have currently, Vampire Lord, I can definitely see a deck being revolved around it, and I would be very happy if we could actually pull one. But Parasite Paranoid, I just don't think its time has come. Possibly in the next 2 episodes, it'll have its time to shine. But for now, I don't think it's going to be doing all that much. Now, let's continue with some of the other notable cards that are going to be introduced in today's opening. We have cards like Blastsphere, Donzalug, Golden Ladybug, Mask of Darkness, Book of Life, Night Beam, Floodgate Trap Hole, and Haunted Shrine. All these cards I just mentioned are incredible, and some of them are more generic than others. As an example, Blastsphere, this card is going to be extremely difficult, not extremely difficult, but extremely annoying to deal with, especially if you set it at a pivotal point during a duel to go ahead and get rid of an opponent's monster. Really good. Also, it does a ton of burn damage to your opponent. Alongside, we move it on to something more generic, something like Floodgate Trap Hole. This card's going to be incredible for anyone that pulls it, so I'm going to definitely keep an eye out for that. Night Beam, this is going to be one of the better forms of back removal going forward. Of course, we do have some of the other lower rarity stuff like Double Cyclone, which is pretty cool. We have Time Machine, Security Orbs, other really interesting niche techs that we can add in. Bashing Shield's actually kind of cool too, especially if you have a very normal summon centric deck. This is a really powerful equip spell for that. Crystal Seer and Iron Blacksmith are really good flip monsters for their own particular reasons. Moving down some more, we have cards like Metamorph in the rare section, which is going to be integral for pretty much anyone that's playing Beatdown. We also have cards like Pendulum Machine, which is going to be really important if we want to play one of the strategies that I'm kind of fiending for, but we'll get to that in just a second. Alongside cards like Dekoichi. In the lower rarity stuff, we also have cards like Troop Dragon, which is pretty cool, especially for tribute-based strategies. We have Command Knight for more warrior-oriented strategies, but honestly, right now, I'm not too keen on playing warriors after last episode. We also have cool cards like Spellbinding Circle to go ahead and prevent more battle damage. And if we keep going down, we can see a lot more generic vanilla machine monsters, which are going to be really important for one of the skills that we're going to be talking about in just a second. But yeah, as a whole, The primary things we're going to be looking for in today's opening is going to be the higher rarity stuff, but of course I'm also going to be keeping an eye out for some low rarity machine monsters. Now, I've been teasing this for a minute now, so let's go ahead and talk about the skills that I'm going to be interested in today's episode. Alright then, so in today's episode, as I said, Scars of the Kingdom, there's one skill in particular that I really want to go ahead and play, that being not heavy metal, but spell-proof armor. Essentially, if you're unfamiliar with this skill, what this skill does is that it allows you to normal summon vanilla machine monsters for one less tribute, and at that, they are also unaffected by your opponent's spell effects, which is really important, especially if Bear tries to go ahead and out them with whatever shenanigans he has available to him. Not only that, but being able to normal summon machine monsters for one less tribute gives us a fairly decent deck as a beatdown strategy with cards like Pendulum Machine, as we mentioned before. So this is something I'm definitely keeping an eye out for. But besides spellproof armor, another great skill there is going to be heavy metal raiders, especially for other dark oriented machine decks. Definitely something I would be considering running as well, just because Takoichi is a card here, so being able to, like, your opponent attacking Takoichi gets you a draw and then just keeping it on field still, it's kind of neat, so definitely something worth considering. Alongside that, we also have Servant of the Fallen King, but that's not going to be any relevant for us in today's episode. We do have Zombie Master, which is kind of cool, especially if we have a decent zombie-oriented strategy. I'd have to relook at my polls once again, but I don't know. We also do have other skills like Cocoon of Evolution, but I don't know how relevant this is going to be quite yet. And the last skill that I did want to mention is Switcheroo, which is kind of like the most generic skill we have available to us that allows us to go ahead and mulligan one card in our deck to go ahead and draw one more. So that's going to be really interesting, especially as a side deck skill. But yeah, with that being said, I'm really excited to do today's opening. I am hoping to get some good stuff, but I don't know. I have no idea what devious plans Bear has for today's episode.
Alright guys, and we're back at it again with another Duels Progression Series. I think when somebody said I wasn't excited enough, well, I'm on now. We got a dub. A dub ski, if you will. And yeah, now we're on to the next set here. It is Scars of the Kingdom. Scars of the Kingdom. Dope name for my guy Topsy over there. And you might also be thinking, hey, is that guy wearing the same clothes from the last episode? It's the same day. All right, calm down. All right, it's the same day. I'm recording this a little later, okay? So we're getting it all out of the way, and then we'll be practicing throughout the week or whatever. Maybe the day before, maybe the day of. But we got some cool stuff here. These are going to be the skills that I'm looking for specifically. It's going to be the heavy metal raiders. The start of the duel, place in the field zone, and then you draw one less card in the beginning of the duel, but I think it makes up for it because this one seems pretty strong. The first time a dark machine monster you would control would be destroyed, it's not. If you took battle damage from the battle, it gains that much attack after damage calculation, and keeps that attack as long as this card is on the field. Once per turn, if a monster you control that was originally a dark machine monster destroys a card, you can special summon one dark machine monster from your hand. Pretty dope. Pretty good. Pretty strong. I like that one. Spellproof armor. This one is also sort of around machines. This is machine normal monsters. Activate this skill during your main phase and apply the following. Machine normal monsters you control are unaffected by your opponent's spell cards or effects. Dope. We love that. While you control no monsters, you can normal summon one machine monster with one less tribute. That is also pretty good if we're looking at machines, which we'll get into in a second here when we look at the pack. Then we have Terror from the Deep. Activate this skill while you control Kairu Shin. That's probably going to be in the pack over here. When the skill is activated, you can activate Umi directly from your hand, deck, or graveyard, so it's all three bases. Dope. And then all water monsters we control are unaffected by trap effects, so pretty good. Traps are pretty significant. We are getting some pretty good traps, so, and we'll go over them. So yeah, keeping this one in mind as well. Next we have sort of a basic one, but also sort of like a nifty little tool. Activate this skill during your main phase. Once returned, you can shuffle one card from your hand to the deck, then draw a card. It's not bad. It's good for trying to get that one hand. If your hand's bad, you can choose which card you want to put back and draw something that might be a little bit more useful. Always a good thing to have. So this skill is now always in our arsenal, so I'm looking forward to maybe using it one day. Then looking at the pack for Scars of the Kingdom, in the common slot we have some pretty cool stuff here. This is a dark machine like we were talking about. There's going to be some dinosaur stuff because there's dinosaur skill, equip cards, normal monsters because normal monsters are getting some support as well. There is Kairu Shin in the common slot, which is nice because when I was trying to do the legendary fisherman last episode, wasn't able to. And then we got surface, more water support, just some overall pretty good stuff over here. And then in terms of the very very staple-esque and just strong cards. We have Donzaloo, we have Book of Life, Night Beam, and Floodgate Trap Hole. This early is very big, very, very good. If we're able to get at least one of those, I would be happy, honestly. But we get to open up 36 of these, and I'm excited to do so, so I am gonna frickin' do that. 36 of Scars of the... Well, I already forgot. Kingdom! Boom. All right, let's get started. All right, first up, we have Cyber Raider, which is one of the dark monsters I sort of hinted at. Slot Machine, we're able to get this down 2 levels, so it's a 1 tribute. Is it worth it? Probably not, using one of those other skills. Kairu Shin, great card as well. We also have Share the Pain, which is a pretty decent card as well. And we have Spell Power Grasp. I'm guessing steals a counters. Yeah, there's a spell counter, so like Breaker, all those kind of cards. Very cool. And then some more normal monsters.
All right, then. So let's go into 36 packs of Scars of the Kingdom. And let's see. Okay, so primarily out of this set, the main thing I want to come out with is a good amount. And oh my god, okay, that's one hell of a way to start. So as I was saying, the main thing I want to come out of this set is with a good amount of machine monsters, like Launcher Spider. That's a pretty decent card, especially with heavy metal spellproof armor. That's the skill. And I want multiple copies of Pendulum Machine, of like the other low rarity guy, just so we have a good amount of normal summons. But honestly, I am not mad whatsoever at Golden Ladybug, and Kairu Shin is kind of neat too. So we'll also keep an eye out for water stuff.
Okay, so here's the Slot Machine, our second Kairu Shin. Very dope. And then we get the Empress Mantis, another normal monster. Pretty decent attack there. Kabazulis, I don't even know how you pronounce that. That card, I remember this card as a kid, even though I don't know how to pronounce it. Is pretty good, has high stats, is a water, in fact. So that's something to keep in mind as well.
Ooh, okay, second copy of Iron Draw, not bad. So far we haven't seen that many machine monsters, so I shouldn't worry too much. And oh my god, Vampire Lord. Dude, our zombie stuff is looking really, really good right now. So what do we have? Like Goblin Zombie, we have Vampire Lord now. Oh man, this is something I really want to try out. That's tough.
Okay, Gravity Axe, another Beginning of the End, another Energy Drain, Black Terra. We're starting to see some of the similar stuff. There is Shard of Greed. Now we have 2 or 3 of those, and then we definitely have a playset of Jar of Greed. So we're getting some consistency cards, which is cool. Book of Life, that's a zombie card. That's a pretty good card. I don't know what we have in our zombie pool, but maybe I need to take a look back at that zombie skill. I don't think it was great, but it is a zombie skill. Maybe we're able to do something. Maybe we can use a generic one and play zombies. We'll see.
Okay, it's our second copy of Giant Mech Soldier. Very good. I'm kind of expecting to get a playset of those by the end of it, but it's still good to see. That's another Spellbinding Circle. Pretty neat. Oh my god. Oh my god. Floodgate Trap Hole. That's insane. Holy, that is such a good staple. This is in some insane hollows right now. I don't want to see any more Spellbinding Circles though. We have plenty of those. Iron Draws are phenomenal. We do want to see the Pendulum Machine. That's a rare, so not guaranteed at all. But so far, it's looking not bad whatsoever.
I didn't want this one. That's fine. Gearfried the Swordmaster. So you need to have Release Restraint to summon this. And then when a card is equipped to a card, target one monster your opponent controls, destroy that target. Pretty good. Despair from the Dark is pretty good with certain cards. Yeah, just by sending it to the graveyard from your hand or deck, you can supposed to summon the card, which is pretty good. And there's probably some cards that you're able to do that relatively easy with.
Ooh, Bashing Shield. I don't mind that whatsoever alongside a Metamorph. I'm pretty happy with both those pools. There we go. That's our first copy of Pendulum Machine. We want to see 2 more of these, hopefully, or at least just 1 more, just so we have plenty of normal summons for the deck.
Secret Rare Parasite Paranoid. This might be one we might need to take a look at. It's very long text-wise, but that's bugs, so that's cool. We're kind of all over the place. We're not really getting anything that's like honed in per se, other than maybe Kairu Shin, and then maybe we can go back and look at our water stuff. That's definitely a playset of Shard of Greed, so that's cool.
How many Command Knights have that been so far? That's a playset now. That's so unfortunate. As I mentioned, like I don't want to go back to Warrior right now, especially now with like the amount of like hate for that archetype. But oh my god, holy shit, Paranoid. I got both the secrets for this set. These 2 cards are incredible. The next set available is the Ultimate Predator. set, so this is gonna be pretty good right there. Not mad at this whatsoever.
And we have the blacksmith, or the iron blacksmith. This is, you're able to search an equip spell. Maybe we could use some warrior shenanigans with the blade knight if we get more of those. There's a second one, so maybe that's something cool that we could do. We can run a equip spell deck and just maybe run a generic skill card or something. This is a good example of like one of the machines that would be wanting to special summon out if we decrease their level by 2 with that one skill. Eternal Rest, destroy monsters' equip spells. That's going to be a hard counter if we do the warrior deck.
Oh, the hollows keep on coming. Security orb now? Wow, this has been like the god pack we've been getting. The high rarity stuff has been insane. Just like the main thing is like with the low rarity stuff, we need to like lock in on that. Ooh, hold on, Direct Star. We'll just call him Star. That's a really good card, man. The next it's gonna be really difficult for me to choose what exactly I want to play because having this card in particular is really good for like any dino related strategy. Well, specifically for Jirax, a lot of those are low rarity in the set, but just in particular, Direct Star is really nice.
We got the Magician of Black Chaos. Maybe we got the Ritual Spell. I don't even know what this is worth summoning. Maybe there's a skill for it in the future. Dekoichi is just a solid card to have. Love that.
Oh my god, no, you're joking. 2 Floodgate Trap Holes. Oh, if we lose, we are like officially a wash duelist. There's no way we lose. As I say that, I mean, I feel like I'm like screwing myself. I'm like jinxing myself. Oh man, Floodgate, that's insane.
Another Book of Life. Maybe it is worth looking into the zombie deck or looking at that zombie skill. See if we have like a Foolish Burial type card. Here we have the surface card, which is good for like the water deck. And we're able to get a tribute off with this more likely than not, which is pretty cool.
Okay, I was getting a little nervous there. So we're on pack 28 now, and that's our second copy of Pendulum Machine. I'm feeling a lot better now about the Spellproof Armor deck, especially with like the pulls we've been getting. We have at least 2 copies of Metal Morph, 2 Floodgates, Security Orb. Like, it's looking pretty damn good for us right now.
Some more Iron Draw. We definitely have the Ritual Spell for the Magician card now. Share the Pain is also pretty good. The Machine, just basically like a Monster Reborn, essentially, kind of, just worded differently. There's 2 of them, so we got 2 Monster Reborns. That's Recursion, which is always nice to see.
Helping Robo, pretty neat. I will take all the machines we can get. But I am still a little concerned with the fact that we haven't pulled many copies of 7 Complete. No way. Floodgate Trap Hole playset. Oh, wow. This shit's gonna get hit so quickly. Ain't no way it doesn't. Man, that's ridiculous. Oh, that is ridiculous.
We have Sasuke Samurai. Okay, so I kind of see like a little bit more of what we could do here. There's another Despair from the Dark, which can bring us up from the back from the graveyard. Also has 2,800 attack and 3,000 defense. Let's go ahead and see if we have any like Foolish Burial type cards where we're able to send this from the deck to the graveyard. Oh, this has to be opponent's card effect. Maybe it'd be good in like Dark World or something weird like that. Yeah, we're gonna add this to collection, and then we're gonna come back. We're gonna come right back. We're gonna fucking come. We're gonna come right back, and then we're gonna see what we can do with the deck. Very epic swag. Wow.
Okay, last pack. Let's open this one slowly. Cyber Raider, Slot Machine, Ancient Brain, War Lion Ritual, Flint, Bloodsucker, Fire Reaper, Launcher Spider, and Hellswipe. Honestly, I am not mad at this whatsoever. Our like hollow pull is ridiculous. It is absolutely insane. I'm gonna have to take a quick look at Flint. Maybe I can do something interesting with that. Probably not, but we'll see. We'll see. Multiple copies of Share the Pain. Very happy with that. Dark Reeds. Spellbinding Circle. Honestly, not a bad option to add into the deck. Champion's Vigilance. I don't know if we have one already of these, but potentially could make an appearance in our deck. We have the Shard of Greeds. We have at least 2 copies of Pendulum Machine. Very happy with that. It you know, it was a rare, so it wasn't guaranteed whatsoever that we saw this card. Alongside what's his face, the Giant Mech Soldier. That at least gives us 5 fairly decent normal summons. I'm noticing right now that we didn't pull any copies of Dekoichi, so that does kind of suck. But like genuinely, like taking a look at our holos, we can't complain whatsoever. Like we had some ridiculous holo luck. So yeah, guys, I will see you at the deck build, and yeah, let's do this. Oh man, I'm so excited to deck build. Alright guys, so here we have today's deck, and as you can see, we ended up going with the spell-proof armor strategy, and I am super excited to go into today's video, just because this deck, first look, looks absolutely insane. Specifically just because of the amount of like crazy cards we have available to us. Of course, like the forceful checkpoints, the full upgrade trap holes, minimal security orb, like the composition of this deck looks really strong. The only thing that does suck is that we only ended up getting 2 copies of Pendulum Machine, so that's a little annoying. So we had to fill out with like copies of Flintlock. Not my favorite option, but like we gotta make do. And we only ended up getting 1 copy of Helping Robo for combat, which is really annoying as well. But I feel like we should be fine for the most part. But the quick rundown regarding this strategy, essentially the gist of this strategy is that we are trying to go ahead and open up either Giant Mech Soldier and or Pendulum Machine, normal summon it on the first turn, and be pretty much immune from our opponent's activated spell effects. This way, Bear can't go ahead and do any little shenanigans in case he goes ahead and gets access to like a Flint of his own if we have a potential mirror match, or with that Mask of a Curse, I believe what it's called. He can't activate on that to floodgate our monster. So that's like the main things I'm looking out for. Additionally, with the amount of like powerful trap cards we have available to us, I feel like we will have the edge in today's duels. But in case we don't, we do have the side deck here with Spellbinding Circles, with a bench of Back Row Hate, with the Wild Tornado, Dice Foon, and Dispel, alongside the Shallow Graveyard. Under these circumstances that we really need to recover our monsters from the grave, but this is going to be kind of like a contentious plan if anything else. As usual guys, I'm super excited for today's episode, and I'm looking forward to kicking Bears' ass. But with that being said, let's get into the duels.
Okay, and now we're on to the decks here. Also, I have 2 decks, by the way. This is only 1 deck. It's very simple, very straightforward. The next one here is Heavy Metal Raiders. I think this one might be ever so slightly better. So this Heavy Metal Raider skill. First time a Dark Machine monster would be destroyed by battle each turn, it is not destroyed, and if it took battle damage, it gains that much attack. That's why we have some low statted monsters in here with somewhat unique or useful effects. Basically, it just stays on the field. It's hard to get rid of and it gets stronger. And that's for all Dark Machine monsters. And if we have a Dark Machine monster that destroys a card, we can still summon a Dark Machine monster from our hand, which everything in here, minus the Iron Blacksmith, is a Dark Machine. Going over the lineup, we have that Cyber Raider. This can target an equipped card in the field and destroy it. So cool. And then we have the Dekoichi, just Dekoichi. We're not using Bakoichi. Allied Justice Core Destroyer. It's not like the worst card. It's only really in here because it's a Dark Machine and it's not like the worst stats ever. It is the worst in the deck minus the Blacksmith, but it can destroy a light monster if Topsy's running a light monster. That will take care of that. Then we have the Iron Blacksmith, and this is able to add an equip spell from our deck to our hand. The Shallow Grave, we're able to grab a monster in our graveyard, supposed to summon it back, making it even harder to get rid of the monsters on our field. He'll be able to get something back, but if we have our skill still available to us, then you know, we're usually going to be looking pretty good. And then even without the skill, we have a lot of stuff to either stop our opponent from attacking and gaining advantage, like Mask of the Curse, or stuff to keep putting and recycling in the deck, like sort of deep-seated. Next is the Time Machine, more recursion. We're just getting more recursion here because we don't really touch on the graveyard other than the skill card if that gets popped. I think it's actually from the hand. It's from the hand, so we have no recursion other than the Time Machine, and then the Shallow Grave. We also have Trap Jammer to try to protect our Heavy Metal Raiders. I believe it is the Wild Tornado card that is a bit of a problem for popping cards, and that is a trap card. I do think he has the Dice Foon card, which is a spell card that is removal. Hopefully he's still on Wild Tornado if he's really worried about popping this card and he doesn't have the Dice Foon, or I'm not too sure how many he has of it. Next we have the Golden Apples to sort of add a little bit more stall to our setup if we really need it, if he's playing a super fast and hyper aggressive deck. And then Warrior Elimination, just because this will essentially allow us to get a Regeki off if he's playing Amazoness or a lot of the warrior stuff that has come out even in this set. The warrior stuff is getting better and better. I'm not playing it personally. I think this is the one I'm going to be rolling up with, the Spellproof Armor. I think that it is stupid if I don't. The other deck's pretty good as well, and I'll be sure to show Topsy at the end of our duels to see what's going on. But yeah, let's go ahead and get to the duels.
Okay, Bear, here we are, and as you guys can see, we are on Omega now. So me and Bear realized that Omega has a lot more skills available to us, so we're gonna be hopping on to this one now for continuing on forward with the series. Bear, so how'd you find the pulse with you? How'd you feel about them?
Apparently pretty good. Yeah, we had a little spoiler chat. We were planning on doing it a little earlier, but has a complication, so before we're about to get into it, had a little spoiler sesh, but nothing too crazy. We do think that we're having a mirror match today, but we'll be
that's sure. Definitely something I'm expecting, a mirror match right now. The thing is, it's gonna be interesting to see what route we took with each of our decks, because I have an aching feeling that we took different paths, but I'm very curious to see. All right, Bear, I'm ready for this. I'm hoping. I need to get my get back on you. Like when I was doing my pulls, non-ironically, I felt really, really good about them. I was thinking to myself, like, I was telling the audience, I feel like I need to win today's episode because my pulls felt that good. So, you know, hopefully, like, the Yu-Gi-Oh gods don't smite me and fucking make me bring like it always happens with you in Prague, but you know what, we'll see. All right, buddy, you ready?
We'll see.
Paper gang found me. Yep. All right, buddy, you going first or second? You go second? Okay.
Would you look at that?
Ooh, okay. So right off the bat, we took different paths.
Oh,
you're going with heavy metal raiders, the skill. Okay, I see you. All right then. I'm gonna set. I'll set 2.
Not the mirror match.
So I'll go ahead and normal summon my Flintlock, and I'll pass it over to you.
See, you can. Okay.
All right, let's see. What do you do? Curious.
So I'm guessing you can't. Interesting hand in this scenario. So I don't know if you have a flint in your back row.
So I'll say this. I didn't open optimally. But you know what? I'll make do with this for now. So.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. Gotcha. Let's see. What are you cooking? What's man's cooking? Okay.
Well, I'm gonna play it pretty safe. Pretty safe here.
All right. So I have son of a bitch. Okay. I have an aching suspicion I know what that card is set right now. So gonna normal summon another Flintlock.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Yeah. So I'm assuming this is Dakoichi.
Yes.
Alrighty. Thanks to your field spell, it's gonna survive, but we can't kill it with the other one.
Yes.
Alrighty. And I will pass it over to you now.
Okay. 5 cards in hand. That's unique to see.
Yeah.
I usually see that too often.
No, not really.
I'm going to do something a little similar.
Okay, so T-set pass now? Or is there gotta be more back row? T-set, okay.
I'm thinking about it.
Okay.
We'll apply a slight bit of pressure on you.
Okay. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure, because I know it deals with equips, I wanted to make sure the equip didn't, mess with it and give it, like, an advantage or anything like some do.
Yeah, I gotcha. Alrighty. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. I'm gonna go ahead and tribute summon for my giant mech soldier. Alrighty.
I see.
Man, this really sucks that it's another Dakoichi. But you know what?
Why? Why would that suck so bad?
Get to keep on drawing. Yep, there he is. A little.
Yes, Sirski.
Okay. Oh, you got a response?
Yep.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's That's annoying. That's a really good pull. Wow.
Yeah.
I wish I would have
got
gotten
two of
that.
them.
Damn, bro. What was it? Like a super or an ultra or something like that?
I think it was a super. I think it was.
Okay, you know what? I can't complain. My pulls were pretty nutty too, so the audience knows. Okay, let's see.
Sure. I'm gonna set a card.
Okay. Another
and then
damn card.
I'm going to put this to attack.
Oh, okay.
Go battle.
Yeah.
Attack this one.
Attack. Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah. Just
Right.
beefing my boy up and stalling a bit.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Okay. Alright. I'm good. I'll activate my skill.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and normal summon another flintlock.
Yeah.
I'll activate Flint on your Dakoichi.
Mm-hmm.
Now he is weaker. We're gonna enter battle now. Alright. Flint number 1, attacking Dakoichi.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're gonna attack with my giant mech soldier. And I'm gonna go ahead and activate Metal Morph on it.
Beefy boy.
And then we'll equip my flint onto my one of my flints. And let's go ahead and see what that mystery card set is. Oh, Iron Blacksmith Kotetsu. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Fighting Spirit. Okay, okay, I see you. This is a lot. Okay, this is a lot more back and forth. This is our most even duel we've had so far in the series.
Yeah. I mean, it's not looking easy. You got a full field of it.
But okay, I'm glad.
I have a surprise for you.
Okay, I'm glad to see that we took very different paths on our builds for Keith. We have very different strategies going on right now.
Okay, this may shock you. Let's see.
Okay, let's see it.
I'm going to normal summon the Cyber Raider,
Oh, okay.
and I'm going to pop your flint. Right?
So.
Do you have a reaction here?
I think I do. I'll activate Floodgate on it. Because I'm assuming what you're planning on doing there is using Fighting Spirit on it to try and get over my giant mech soldier. I can't have that. Very interesting card there, though. Oh.
We'll just bring out this guy.
Interesting. Okay, yeah. Oh, Sword of the Deep-Seated. Ah, you mother. Okay. Annoying.
Alright, we'll go battle. Get rid of the normal.
Yeah.
End phase.
Okay.
I didn't get a floodgate, by the way.
Oh boy. Okay. So we are in a bit of a shit situation right now.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna show you some funnies. If you're okay with that. You know what? It's a Dark Machine. And it's one of my favorite Go cards that you may have seen. The first episode.
No way, no. No, why? You troll. Oh god. Okay.
Damn, I should have attacked with the other one. I would have gained. A little blunder on my end. Oh, well, I can't attack with the Cannon Soldier, so not really.
Oh, that's so late. Nope. Okay, that's dual one. Fuck.
Really?
Yep. No, you had the hand. That was so annoying. Okay, well, it chose for me.
Hell yeah.
Alrighty. Kind of annoying that I'm starting off with a not a great hand. Alright. Go.
It's looking similar to the last duel.
Yep, unfortunate.
Ooh, We're going to normal summon this guy, and his effect's kind of funny in this scenario.
Yeah. Man, that is such an annoying effect that card has.
Yeah, so it's like both the random effects where the cyber guy, where you can destroy an equip with super niche and end up coming up, and then this one too. It's so weird.
Yeah, I hate the fact that I keep on opening Flintlock. That's not the card I want to see. I'm only playing him because I have like a lack of machine monsters.
Removal. Oh, machines.
Yeah, machine monsters. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because you know Pendulum Machine.
That one. Okay. Yes.
Well, I'm gonna activate this because I am. Oh, hold on. Is this not treated as a? Wait, what is this not treated as a field spell? Is this weird? What the hell?
Really?
It's not. Yeah. Okay. Oh man.
Oh, I feel pretty good.
That's. Oh man.
The other back row is really good. The other back row is good. Don't worry.
Okay. Oh wow.
Good,
okay.
So don't worry.
That was one of my main game plans for match 2. Oh god. Okay.
That's interesting. It's not though.
Yeah. Wow. I didn't want that to happen.
Yeah, I made a deck using the one that you have, and I thought that this one was a little bit stronger. But maybe I just pulled good for machines.
Yeah.
Is what I'm maybe starting to realize.
Okay. Oh man.
Okay, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Oh man, I might be cooked.
Manga.
Oh god. That is so weird. Why is it Heavy Metal Raider a fucking field spell? That's so stupid! Oh my god, that's so frustrating!
Topsy, I apologize.
Yeah. There you do.
Yeah. So another reason why I would quit spells in here is because if I'm not able to get over one of your monsters, like I usually just stay at like a standstill.
Mm-hmm.
Or like sometimes I won't be able to just beat over the monster. I can still destroy it and my card will survive, of course.
Yeah.
But you're not really getting that like damage in. Right now, I'm thinking that's another reason why I put the equip spells in. So I'm thinking about it. I'm just gonna go battle. We'll attack this one.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have game. That's crazy. That's not field spell. I was like,
yeah. Oh man. No, dude. Okay, so literally, like every single one of these cards that works like this, that activated like field spell or continuous spell, typically behave exactly like that. So this is so weird for me. The fact that this one doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense to me, but I mean, shit, I'm gonna take it.
Yeah. No. No, you got it. There's really nothing I can do here. I just have another Flintlock in hand. It's not gonna do shit for me.
Damn. I was using Flintlock in that deck, I believe. I'm not too sure. Maybe I was, maybe I wasn't.
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't play this deck either. I don't have the Dark Machines for it whatsoever.
Fair enough.
As I told you, like, I don't have any copies of Dekoichi. I definitely don't have any Toon Cannon Soldiers. Oh, okay, for show off. Just finish it already.
Alright.
Oh, man. Alright. So, the reason I was so excited for today's episode is because I ended up pulling 3 copies of Floodgate Trap Hole, which is fucking insane.
Ooh,
yeah, not only that, but another card that I ended up pulling is Golden Ladybug. So, it's a really annoying card that, like, keeps replenishing my life points. It stays in hand, so it's difficult for you to deal with. So that's like my idea, like going into this duel, that I was gonna be able to just play essentially like machine beatdown. With my my skill, I would be able to prevent myself from being affected by your equip spells or any pesky spell you might have, because that's what Spellproof Armor does. It allows me to normal summon cards like Pendulum Machine and or the Giant Mech Soldier, and kind of go carefree for the most part. The thing is, like, for the most part, I just did not see any of those guys in my hand. I only opened Flintlock, which is like the worst card in my deck, but you know, when you need monsters, you kind of need them.
You know, when you go against Barry, it happens.
Yeah, and I have like a lot of very defensive cards. I just didn't see any of them throughout my duels with you. The fact that all your Dark Machines get protected for an entire turn makes it very difficult to deal with them, so that's why I don't really want to go second against you, because that allows you to just keep on establishing a board and it gets get really out of hand. Yeah, I mean, like, the thing that threw me off the worst was the fact that your field spell doesn't behave like a field spell.
Yeah, that weirded me out too. I didn't even know that.
But, you know, it is what it is, man. I mean, you got it. So the next episode, it's gonna be based around a starter deck called Ultimate Predators and another one called Match of the Millennium, I believe. So in that one, you're gonna be expecting to see a lot more Weevil support, Rex support, and I believe Pegasus support. So I guess you could have another run at those tunes.
Yeah, you know, I love them.
I'm gonna have to figure something out for that Heavy Metal Raider deck. Find a way around that.
Talk about maybe balancing for it? It is pretty strong, I'd say. It's stronger than the Gravekeeper deck I ran with.
No, it definitely is, but I don't particularly know how exactly you would balance a skill like that. For the very fact that if I were to like semi-limited, it would do almost nothing, because the problem wasn't the deck in itself. The deck is fine. Genuinely, like a lot of the cards in your deck were a little like underwhelming, like considering like some of the cards you had in there. But the fact that the deck was able to survive the way it did made it very weird to play against. Also, the fact that the field spell just stayed on field was another one of those things. So I don't particularly know how exactly you would balance that without outright banning the skill, and I don't actually want to like just ban it outright.
Yeah, I think it's just a skill because it's just Dark Machine related, and everything in the deck is a Dark Machine minus the Blacksmith.
Yeah.
In the Equip engine, so.
Realistically, I don't think there's really anything I would ban or limit or anything from your deck. I mean, honestly, if the audience has any suggestions, I'm open to them. We'll hear you guys out if you guys have any suggestions how to balance the format. But as of right now, I think I'm just gonna keep it the way it is. Not really anything I want to move around. I mean, I do have a card in my deck that we could potentially hit, or should probably hit, and that's Floodgate Trap Hole. Currently in Speed Duels, this card is at 1. It's that strong. Yeah, and I pulled 3 of them. I don't know how you feel about that, or do you think we should address that as well?
I think since we're leaving my deck alone, I'm gonna leave that alone. You know what I mean?
All right, so we'll make no changes to the current ban list. Again, we'll ask the audience if they have any suggestions or if they think we should move something around. Let us know and we'll take that into consideration. Alright guys, and with that, this concludes another episode of the SpeedDuel Progression Series. Before I do go, I did want to go ahead and mention that after a little bit, me and Bear ended up realizing that the reason why the heavy metal skill wasn't behaving the way it's supposed to behave is just because Omega didn't program it correctly and pretty much treats it as a regular skill and not as a field spell / skill. So for that very reason, it wasn't being destroyed by card effects, which is a little bit annoying. Specifically because Omega looks so good and it has pretty much every skill available to it. So me and Bear discussed it, and after a little bit of talking it over, we decided that the way we're going to be going about this is that we're just going to go ahead and ban that skill, and additionally, in order to have it be a little more balanced, we're going to go ahead and semi-limit Floodgate Trap Hole additionally as well. But nevertheless, I still do appreciate any feedback you guys have regarding this decision. But with that guys, if you did end up enjoying today's video and would like to support me, then leaving a like and subscribing to the channel is the best way of doing so. But with that being said guys, thank you very much and have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.